Hello, and welcome to the Rochester Repertory Theater's second ever YouTube exclusive interview. My name is Lisa Modry, and we're here today with Cheryl Frarck, who, if you watched the first exclusive interview, we found out a little bit about who Cheryl is personally and how she got involved with theater. Today, we are going to be looking at Cheryl's specific role at the Rep as Artistic Liaison and what that means. Thank you for joining us, Cheryl.
Pleased to be here.
So you are the Artistic Liaison at the Rep. Tell us a little bit about what that entails.
Well, probably in the mid-90s, we experienced, the board, the volunteers experienced a drop in volunteerism, particularly to sit on the board. And as artistic director, I do not have voting privileges with the board. So I conceived the brilliant idea that, well, if they voted me onto the board, I would back down as artistic director and serve as artistic liaison, which makes me a member of the board in an artistic sense, and essentially do the same things, but I'm a member of the board. My responsibility is just to be the voice and the vision, to represent the vision and mission of the Rep. I really believe in the vision. I really believe in the mission of the Rep, and this idea of providing a place for people who are passionate about theater to volunteer, find artistic fulfillment in all areas of the theater, whether it be, gee, I'd like to direct, and getting an opportunity to work as an assistant director, stage manager, and seeing and sitting with the director from start to finish, putting it all together. And we've given new and budding directors that opportunity, and actors who, gee, I don't think I can do a big, well, could I work backstage, or could I run lights, or could I run sound, or could I design sound, or this is a unique place, and the people who come here really have a chance to explore their passion, whatever it is, and wherever it leads. And I'm kind of the person who says, yeah, I think that's going to work, or maybe we need to guide you along.
So help draw it all together and give them ways to channel that artistic energy. That's really great. So how long has the Rep had an artistic liaison position? You mentioned that it was a artistic director position and then kind of transitioned. When did that happen?
Early 2000s, probably 2004 or 5. I'm not too sure. It all kind of blends together. We went to committees to try and lessen the load, because I was getting, when we solicited scripts for our upcoming season, I was getting probably 17, 20 scripts that I had to read all of them and decide, which ones would fit into a season. And now this is the second season that we have gone to the committee, where we have, I don't know, there's probably 7 or 8 readers, volunteers who read the scripts that come in, and they read, for this upcoming season, they read, I think it was 36 or 37 scripts. Wow. And there aren't enough hours in the day. You'd be reading all the time. So not much else has changed in the position, and it's just an attempt to make sure that everybody is represented. Obviously, anybody who's in the position, for instance, a director who casts or an artistic director who selects a season. There's always the argument, so you're playing favorite such and so is chosen in that role, and so, but with the committee, you don't have that. You can't work without, in a theater space, you can't work without someone who has a vision and understanding of the vision of the theater. I mean, our theater is very unique. At the old space upstairs, it was modified thrust in the corner of the building. We could move the seats and get a full, arena. This place, we're pretty much stuck in a long linear stage and audiences out there. And if you don't understand the capacities, the capabilities of this space, you walk in with some misunderstandings. And also the idea of keeping the communication open between people who are directing and actors and the board. We have staff meetings and every Wednesday night, and that's just to try and make sure that the production that is in the works, such as the dining room is right now, if we're having any problems with locating props or people to do various jobs and responsibilities, or need someone to run the show for one night because someone else can't, that's where we talk about it.
Now, you mentioned that part of the artistic liaison position is helping to select scripts, now working with this committee. What all goes into creating a season at the Rep?
Whoa. A lucky blend. For example, I submitted 3 scripts. Many directors do, based on their availability during the season, because each play during the season is probably a different type, a different genre. For instance, we tend to look for, around Thanksgiving, Christmas, we tend to look for scripts that are more family-oriented, possibly Christmas-oriented. The feel-good holiday. And we try to look for something in September, which is a good season opener, and will draw people in to even purchase more season tickets. And so if each director submits 3 scripts, then you really have to, you read them and you say, first of all, does it fit in our mission? Does it work in this space? Does it challenge the audience? Does it challenge the actors and the volunteers? Does it challenge the director? And of course, for grant reasons, it has to have some artistic merit. Well, this one, for instance, we've got Good Doctor coming up in September. People who read that, they said, this would be a good season opener. You see a lot of possibility of volunteers, actors. It is a challenge for the director because it's a different scene, so you have to figure out how to play the vignette in this space, whether you use wagons, whether you use minimal props. Bill Schnell's, his Christmas one is, the small space works well because the action is like this. It's very episodic, almost, a lot of sight gags, so the audience is really close. But the challenge, of course, is to keep it moving, not to make it too camp, and make it fresh each time, which is a challenge for the actors and the director, of course. And it's not been done very often, which Around here, around Christmas time, people are going, you mean another Christmas Carol?
Yeah. To find a new and fresh holiday show is a challenge.
So that's how they work it out, and so they essentially talk it through. We try to put in there a musical that is of a smaller demand. We've done some of the big ones, Evita and with space used, but you get lots of people on this set and you start running into each other.
I have one final question for you, Cheryl, and this you can take as far forward as you feel, but what are your dreams, hopes for the future of the Rep? Whether it be in the next season or far into the future.
Well, we're always looking for passionate volunteers. We need board members, we need actors, we need directors, we need people who want to costume, design music, all of that. Because the base of the theater, of course, is the volunteer. But we need the core. We need people who want to, who believe passionately in what theater contributes to a community, to your personal life, to society as a whole. And I would hope it would continue for another 35 years. Not reliant on any one person or two people or three people to pick up the reins and continue on. That would be my dream. That don't need me anymore.
Well, you heard it here. If you have a passion for theater, please come out and volunteer. You can speak with Cheryl, you can speak with any of the volunteers at the Rep, and they'll help you find ways to channel your talents and your passions. Again, thank you for joining us on this second Rochester Repertory Theater YouTube exclusive interview. Please like, comment, subscribe. You'll receive reminders when our next videos are coming up, and we really do welcome your feedback. Let us know who you'd like to see us interview or thoughts on these interviews. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I am Lisa Modry, and this is Cheryl Frarck. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.